My name is Chloé Kopilović and I am the President of the Law Society as well as a Director of FC Lawyers. Today I've got some submissions to review, so some of the legislative amendment bills that are coming through, so I'll review some of those submissions that come through from our policy committees, and then I have some meetings with some stakeholders for QLS this afternoon, so fairly regular. Coming into the role as President, I think you don't really understand the role until you're on the doorstep of the role, but there are many aspects of the role that I think the wider profession don't see. The involvement with stakeholders, the Legal Services Commission, the courts, the government. So you're constantly involved in that stakeholder aspect, as well as involved in the submissions and amendment bills with Parliament. So a lot of the time for me during the day in this role is spent having a look at those submissions, obviously preparing for those parliamentary hearings that might come up. Obviously the policy team here at QLS is very knowledgeable and comprehensive, so they're able to give me good briefs going into those hearings and reviewing those submissions. The profession in Queensland look to the Law Society for guidance, support, education, enforcement of regulation. So in terms of being the President of the Law Society, I think you're the face of that role in the broader legal profession. So when you're out and about or networking or representing the Law Society at different meetings or stakeholder events, you are representing all of those aspects of the profession. For me, one of the biggest challenges in this role has been balancing the role of President as well as balancing my personal practice or being a practitioner at the same time. Being the President of the Law Society is a huge honour and a privilege, especially in terms of some of the highlights of this year, with the youth justice, the Criminal Law Committee has been fantastic with some of the submissions. If I could go back to my first day as President of the Law Society, I'd probably tell myself, don't be too hard on yourself. QLS is a great machine, it works very well. There is a lot of support available to the President in this role.